Hey, Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, call hello, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashim Rekakwadash, and of course, double honors. Go out to the apostles and elders, great millstone. This is Naaman with the DC camp. Wow. Hey, more division. This is a good thing to see here, because more and more what it's turning out to be here. Uh, of course, the political spectrum here. Uh, to kind of spearhead things. And this is from CNN.com, The Point. And it says the top Republican in the House is trying to rewrite history on the January 6th Capitol riot. All right. So here's this guy here. This is House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy. All right. And this is from uh, uh, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, this is Fox News Sunday. You know, Chris Wallace. All right. So they asked him what happened as far as the president not responding immediately, try to get his supporters to stop. Well, now they're trying to blame it on something else. All right. It says asked specifically by Wallace whether former President Donald Trump had, as CNN has reported, told him in a phone call that the rioters cared more about the 2020 election than he did, which we know is bullshit. All right. And he gives his spiel on it. He says or his spin on it rather. He says what I talked to President Trump about. I was the first person to contact him when the riots were going on. He didn't see it. What he ended the call was telling me he'll put something out to make sure to stop this, and that's what he did. He put a video out later, which is not exactly what happened. Here's what did happen via reporting in February from CNN's Jamie Gangel, Kevin Liptak, Michael Warren, and Marshall Cohen. All right. It says, speaking to the president from inside the besieged Capitol, McCarthy pressed Trump to call off his supporters and engaged in a heated disagreement about who comprised the crowd. Trump's comment about the would-be insurrectionists caring more about the election results than McCarthy did was first mentioned by Representative Jamie Herrera Butler, a Republican from Washington State, in a town hall earlier this week, and was confirmed to CNN by Herrera and other Republicans briefed on the conversation. So McCarthy is engaging in a massive bit of underplaying of that phone call, but he's doing more too. He says Trump didn't see the rioters overtaking the Capitol building, which is very hard for me to believe, given that A, it was on every cable channel as it was happening, and B, Trump watches cable constantly. It is, of course, possible that he turned off cable TV on the day that the Electoral College results were being certified, and shortly after his headlining of the Stop the Steal rally in D.C., but man, oh man, is it unlikely. It says, then there's McCarthy's timeline. He told Wallace that Trump ended the phone call with him by insisting that he'll put something out to make sure to stop this, and that's what he did. He put a video out later, which, not exactly. Just after 4 p.m. on January 6th, he said it's been more than 2 hours since a chaotic mob of rioters surrounded and breached the Capitol, despite many calls from both Republicans and Democrats for President Trump to demand his supporters leave the Capitol building. The president has not yet done so. When Trump did finally issue a video telling rioters to disperse, it wasn't exactly a forceful scolding. Quote, it says, I know your pain, I know you're hurt, but you have to go home now. All right. It says, adding, we love you, you're very special. McCarthy's comments are part of a broader effort undertaken by Republicans in Congress to rewrite what happened on January 6th, which leads me to believe more so now that this guy is planning to run in the next election, all right, presidential election. Because you got to consider, too, the midterms are coming up next year. And, oh, man, if we're around that long, uh, well, you thought it was bad. Now, it might not even get to a presidential election, all right, because they want to try to You know, the Democrats got the power across the board, all right, with a tie in the Senate, and guess who's breaking the tie? That's the VP, Kamala Harris, all right, in the Senate, all right. So, wow, you know, well, let's get some scriptures real quick. This is beautiful. This is, all right. It is beautiful to see. This is Mark chapter 3, verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. All right? And this kingdom is more divided now than in modern memory. Let's see. This is, and if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. All right? This is those curses being transferred to these devils that were on us. All right? 26. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. All right? And that's what's happening now. These elites are, you know, they're trying to hurry up and establish this new world order. And they're using this so-called pandemic, all right, as a huge distraction, all right, so they can institute this money system where people don't realize there's your so-called rights that you thought you had are being rolled back. And of course, who does it end up hurting the most? That's right, Jake. All right. Now they've conditioned people, or are in the process of still conditioning people, all right, to be more dependent on them. All right. The middle class is being squeezed the hell out. I mean, people lost their jobs, they lost their places to live. People are angry. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And this is Most High. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Guess who the modern day Egyptians are? All right. And they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right. And it says 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail. All the sense of mirth is all but gone. I mean, you see it like now, people, before they lock this bitch down again, you'll see people, you know, trying to make good of what, you know, what they have. But, I mean, you got to wear this stupid face diaper everywhere. People are rebelling against that. You're having people being attacked. All right. Oh man, when it gets warmer, and you're talking about June to July, everybody suspects that the system is going to crash, if not before then. All right. It's going to be total chaos out here. Verse 3 again. It says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. All right, and you go into chapter 47 of this very book, Isaiah, and it tells you how those things are going to fail them. All right, you just had a big ceremony as far as idol worship called the Academy Awards yesterday, or day before yesterday, Sunday. Was it Sunday or was it Monday? I don't follow that. I know that they've had it because who they expected to win, the late Chadwick Boseman, he lost to Anthony Hopkins. All right. So everybody's supposedly, well, some people, not me, you know, pissed over that. Say, what do you expect? All right. You know, whatever. But in the end, What's happening is Esau Edom is being brought low, and we're being raised up, per Ezekiel 37 chapter. All right, he's bringing the northern and southern kingdoms together. You know, waking up. Uh, you know, our people again. You know, so this is a good time to be alive. I got to get that scripture. I got to get it. I may end it on this. This is Sirach. It's Sirach 25 and 7. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And that's what we're witnessing right now. The fall of our enemy. Alright? It is beautiful. Alright? Let's see. Here they come, they talk about conspiracy. I mean, you know, whatever. But, oh, man. Anyway, it says McCarthy's whitewashing of what happened on January 16th is a survival tactic for him. In a party in which untruth about the election of January 6th is run rampant, the only way for McCarthy to hold on to power is to tell you what you saw and heard is not what you saw and heard. There you go. Alright. So that's all the time I'm going to spend on this. They're like in desperate mode now. Alright. So with that, hey, I'll post the links to this. Yeah. It's beautiful. We're witnessing the fall of our enemy here. Hey, so with that, hey, shalom.